Hello guys and welcome to my first video. I am a Gambit master. Just kidding, I'm just a random guy. Anyways, let's get into this amazing Gambit in the Elka Heinz defense. Just to show you guys what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to cover a couple of other Gambits in the Elka Heinz defense. And I'll just show you the ones that I find the most interesting and I think you can actually use. Because there's lots of unplayable Gambits. So, King's pawn, very standard. Then you transition into Elka Heinz defense. Whole idea, not that, is attacking this pawn on e4. The main line is usually to push, but since we're playing Tracy Gambit, we have to move knight to f3. Now, knight to f3 is a tricky move because it's a Tracy Gambit, but again, we don't want to see evaluation or lines. Sorry. So then, again, it's very interesting though. So, after knight takes, because that's just what you do, you go here. It says it's an inaccuracy, but I found it was the most effective way. After the knight takes, I think the pawn takes is better because you just open lines better. But again, you might be asking, but what if my opponent just plays d5? You just take, and you have a perfectly fine position. There's a couple weird instances where if you're not playing careful enough, you might get your bishop tracked like this. But you could always depend on the g3 push. I personally would have decided to maybe go somewhere like here. Because after here maybe? But again, you could also just go here, attacking the rook, trading this off. But if you're not a fan of that, you can just push the pawn to g3. F5 is your opponent's first blunder. You're gonna get a queen. You may be asking, how? Simple. Here, you attack. He defends, you attack, he takes. Now you're targeting this weak f7 square. They can't do anything to defend it, so they'll just be greedy and take another pawn. After this, it's like, when are you gonna show me that queen take thing that you were showing me? Patience. Here, attack the queen. You're like, I'm not a dummy. I'll just move my queen to e6. Nice try. Bishop to b5, c6. You sacrifice the whole bishop. The point is, if you take, checkmate. So you have to sacrifice your queen this way. And after, bishop here, this is just sad. This is just lost. This is just horrible. So after here, and you might just be thinking, you know what, I'll just take that bishop. Still checkmate. So, you might also be thinking, so the whole idea is now after this, that queen just gets taken. That's just the main line. So, you get a free queen, and I hope most of you watching this can convert this. If you can't, then just trade pieces. That's what I would do. So when you're up, always trade pieces. By the way, if you're wondering if you've ever seen this position with e5, let's just take a quick break. I'll just teach you a little trick. Here. After the knight goes back, attack queen and block off the queen's blocking square while checking. Boom. Anyways, that was just funny. Anyways, after e6 or d5, it's actually 0.1 for white in this position, but so I don't think you want to go like this if you're black. So after e6, here, this is an aggressive move, but it's still a decent move. But the whole point is, if they have a strong center, you might as well attack on the flank because you have lots of engines firing at this area. You just defend. And then knight d7 is the best move. You might be wondering, castle. My friend, that's your checkmate. Now you're threatening here. Check. Forcing the king to go here, checkmate. So you have to take the knight. You take it, and you have to take it with the queen. But no matter what your opponent does, it's still bishop to g5, bishop to g6. Mate. You might be saying, whoa, hold up, g6. That just blocks that idea because I can go here. No, you just slide your bishop to f6, and it's still checkmate. The two bishops work together to kill the king. Okay. Okay, guys, or girls. Anyways, so after this, your opponent has to play main9, or else they're just gonna get into a lot of trouble. If they play g6, you just sack that knight. After you sack the knight with a brilliant move. It's just insane. Then you get this. Look, you can't, because if you try to take this, boom, attack. Now, you might be just sitting on the couch like, this guy's so dumb, I just take the pawn. You know, protect that. Queen d3. You're like, I just moved back. Then this is just bad. Because this just leads to mate. Okay, after g5, bishop to g5. Here, sack the bishop! And you're like, oh my goodness, he's up 5 points. How can he be? You just put the queen there, forcing a piece to come forward straight into this pawn. You want to take it, but no. He pushes forward. You reroute the queen. Now you take it with check. You take this, and now you have two pawns. Now, for your opponent, it's extremely easy to mess up. By the way, the rest of this line is engine moves. So if your opponent doesn't play a move that I've listed here, you know he made a mistake, so you can just sit there for a little bit like, wonder where he made a mistake on. But it's so easy to blunder with these two passed pawns, and if your opponent is very high ranked, he won't know how to deal with them. After rook here, another idea is to go rook here, just defending this pawn. I think it'd just be as good, but the engine move says f5. I don't know. From a human perspective, we're not as good as a computer. Let's just say that, whatever. After rook goes here, you attack that rook, and you just do fine. I think this ends up being a draw, but it's sort of funny because if you want a clean draw, but only if your opponent plays the number one computer best moves. And what do you think is the chance of this? So after a little bit, the bishop sort of just dance around in the corner, not doing much. But you're like, whoa. Hold up. When it was here, and you moved the bishop to b2, since this bishop is guarding the pawn, the king just runs around this way. And I'm like, no, I'll stop you. He's like, I'll go backwards. I'll go back with you. I'll go this way. Ooh, scary. I'll push this bishop back. You go here, I check. You go here, I go back. You attack, I just stay here. You go back, you get the idea. You go here, I check. You go here, thinking you won. No, this bishop just blocks you. And now you're stuck in the same position. The black king has no way to get past. This is a straightforward draw. So if your opponent can play like the engine, you're gonna get a draw out of him. If not, he's gonna fall for one of the traps. So your opponent better not fall for one of them. But it's highly unlikely. If you're at a low level, maybe 800, 100 to 1,000, you would probably get a bunch of easy wins with this. And your opponent will probably not even know what hit him. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you want to ask me more about the Gambit, maybe ask me about a few lines, I can help analyze that for you. And if you want to play in your games, it's highly recommended. I mean, the John Tracy Gambit, very dangerous, but high return. Like a position like this, I think you would want anyways. You could get some easy wins with it. Anyways, I'm going to continue doing the Alkahine's defense in the different Gambits. You go out there and become the Gambit master. Peace. See you guys.